Hello and welcome to the Overwhelm is Optional podcast with me, your host Heidi Marke, where we discuss how to make overwhelm optional for you. Hello, welcome to this week's episode. So we're going to have another look at attention. Now I know I've done attention episodes before, but I've just had a really invigorating coaching call with somebody in my membership. And she's been working with the attention practices in the membership this month. And some really interesting, insightful stuff came up, which I really wanted to share with you. So I'm just going to start with reiterating how important it is to take back control of your attention. Now, this is obviously a rebellious act in a time when everybody wants your attention and a lot of things are set up to manipulate your attention. So this is a radical act of self-care. It's a very rebellious act and I highly recommend it. So I'm just going to start by giving you a quick neutral noticing practice so you can start to learn to take back control of your attention. Now, neutral noticing does this anyway, but we're just going to do a little bit more focus on moving the attention from the inside to the outside of the body, just to strengthen that kind of, it's not really a muscle, but we'll call it a muscle of attention control. So unless you're driving or it's not appropriate for you to do so, I invite you to just close your eyes because it's easier and send all of your attention down to your feet. Feel your feet on the ground. Allow your belly to soften if it wants to. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Just notice. Feel your feet on the ground, softening belly or not. Shoulders moving away from your ears if they want to. And if they don't, that's okay. Just notice. Notice how you feel. Feet on the ground, softening belly or not. Shoulders moving away from the ears or not. Don't try to change anything. Don't try to achieve anything. Just notice completely neutrally how you feel, just for a moment. And each time you realize that your attention has been hijacked by your busy mind, you can notice its judgments, its to-do list. It's telling you that you're rubbish at this, if it is. And you can just choose to place all of your attention in your body instead. So take a break from your mind or from external distractions just for a moment and place all of your attention in your feet. Feel your feet on the ground. Allow your belly to soften if it wants to. And notice. Notice how you feel. And then just take your attention to the deepest part of your body, whatever that means to you. So just notice where your attention is drawn to, what feels like the deepest part of your body in this moment. And just notice how that part feels deep inside your body. Notice how you feel, completely neutrally. And each time you realise that your mind has got involved with stories, judgments, stuff to do, gently but firmly escort all of your attention into the deepest part of your body. Just be curious. Notice, completely neutrally. And then from that part of your body, allow your attention to start to radiate out, right out, to the very edge of your body. Notice where your attention is drawn to and see if you can get curious about physical sensations at the edges of your body. Just notice what that feels like for you at the moment, completely neutrally. Noticing the edges of your body. So you might be able to feel your feet on the ground. If you're outside, you might notice the air temperature or the moisture in the air. If you're inside, you might notice heat or sound vibrations, depends what's going on around you, but just see if you can keep your attention in the physical sensations at the edges of your body, whatever that means to you. Just be curious, just for a moment. And then drawing your attention back into the deepest part of your body again. Being curious about physical sensations in the deepest part of your body. And your mind and external distractions are going to hijack your attention because you have a human mind. And that's why you're practicing. So without judgment, without giving up, gently but firmly place all of your attention back in the body and just allow your attention to rest in whatever feels like the deepest part of your body for a moment. Notice any colours, any physical sensations from the centre of your body, the deepest part for now. Then once again, allow your attention to go back to the outside edges and just see what that feels like for you. And you can practice this going inside, outside the body, just see what it feels like. And you can do this whenever you want to. It's a really good practice. So for now, we're going to pause the neutral noticing practice and just talk about something else that can help you take back control of your attention. So open your eyes if you want to, you don't have to. If you're happy, you can stay there. And yeah, I really want to reiterate how important this is. And one of the ways that you can understand how important this is to add in a tiny little bit of journaling. Now, when I talk about journaling, I mean, I love journaling, but it's really important to me that everything I give to you is accessible and easy. So it's no good if you think journaling means spending hours and hours writing loads of fluffy stuff or depressing stuff or, getting to deep stuff. This is deep work, but I like it to be, it's really important to me that you can do it without it causing like hours and loads of emotions and stuff to come up that you're not ready to deal with. You don't have the support to deal with. So don't make this a heavy, big deal. So journaling is really useful because for me, it takes you from neutral noticing, which is getting out of your head, taking a break from your busy, overwhelmed mind, and it's getting you into your body, listening to your body, listening to your heart, daring to. And that takes courage. They're rebellious acts. And neutral noticing works because it's fast. You only do it for a few minutes mostly. And it's an attention practice, it's a meditative practice, and it makes you aware of how you're feeling. So it gives you useful information to live more skillfully. What journaling does is it connects what you find in the body to the mind. So it deliberately puts onto paper so you can see it and see the patterns and notice even more from the information from the body. So it's just reconnecting, it's going back the other way. So traditionally, this is done at the end of the day, this particular question. I mean, not traditionally, I mean, this will be most appropriate. So traditionally, the kind of journaling I'm talking about is end of the day journaling. So it's noticing what you notice during the day. So you do your neutral noticing during the day, and then you kind of report it into your diary in a couple of minutes at the end, so you can gather more information. So you're just getting more stuff out of your work. So this question, which has been, I think, is really, really helpful, is doing a quick audit of your attention at the end of the day. So I highly recommend that you first write down 3 things you're grateful for, because that's well researched, works brilliantly. I've done it for years. Lots of people do it. It has a real good happiness effect on you. And what it also does is it stops you doing my day's been terrible and going down into a spiral. This is never going to happen. This isn't an offloading exercise. So you don't have to do the gratitude thing, but it kind of lifts you. It's really nice. So you could do that if you want. So 3 things you're grateful for. That takes like a minute. Anyway, this question is, where has your attention been today? Where has your attention been today? Because where you place your attention is your life. So it matters very much that you notice that. So if you do the neutral noticing, playing with your attention, so this particular one that I've just given you was going into the deepest part of your body and then to the edges of your body. So you're deliberately moving your attention over and over again out of the busyness of your mind, and taking back control. So that's a practice, that's a skill. Then noticing at the end of each day where your attention has gone, who you've given it to, what you've given it to, what you've noticed. Really, really important, because obviously where you're placing your attention is your life and it's precious. So realizing that it's gone in places that maybe you don't really want it to go, that's important. But what's really important about this question is you keep it neutral. Very, very important, because what you don't want at the end of the day is to start going to your head and listening to your mind with its drivel about how rubbish you are with your attention or how you shouldn't have done that. No, shoulds, oughts, any self-criticism, don't pay attention. That's what your mind's good at. It's not very helpful at the moment. It's not what you need. So just go for, where's my attention been today? And just quickly jot down roughly where it is neutrally. That will do. You don't need to do any more. You don't need to examine it. You don't need to think, you certainly don't need to get a to-do list, an overwhelming to-do list of, well, I really ought to do something about that. No, just leave it for now. And then over a period of days or weeks, if it keeps coming back to you that actually you don't like that and you want to make a change, well, then you can choose to. But all my practices are designed to do the opposite to overwhelming you. They're to get you out of overwhelm. So don't fall into the overwhelm trap of, I need to be better, I need to change this. Really bad for you, particularly when you're going to sleep. Literally 3 things you're grateful for, because that ups your happiness quota, because you're noticing the good stuff. And then, where has my attention been today? Quick audit. That's it. Have a lovely night's sleep. And then keep doing it and notice. Take back control of your attention. Notice where your attention's going, because that will make you want to practice taking back control of it even more. And then you can start living your life on purpose, focusing on what's really important to you, because you matter. How you are in the world matters so much. And wasting in overwhelm, giving your attention to the things that you don't really want to give it to, you need to do something about that, but you need to do it in a way that's gentle, that works for you, and does not add to your overwhelm. Really important. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Okay, just a short episode. I hope that was helpful. I'd love to know whether you do this, and I'd love to know if it helps you or if you don't find it helpful. Just really like to know, really. Thank you to all those people who've been sharing the podcast and letting me know how it's been helping you. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. Have an unexpectedly lovely week.